Hi there. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, we apologize for the delay. We thank you for joining us this evening on the AICI PH Facebook Live. This is our first Facebook Live here on the page. Hi, my name is Ingrid Pagulayan. I am a proud member of the Association of Image Consultants International Philippine Chapter. It is my pleasure to welcome you all tonight for our first FB Live. So just to give you a background, the AICI Philippine chapter prior to the pandemic would often hold live learning and networking events, which we call image hubs. We also had lifestyle workshops among the many that the chapter has mounted over the years. And now, speaking of years, this 2021 AICI Philippines is celebrating 10 years. So, in line with that, we have lots of exciting things lined up for all of you. So to kick off our celebration, we're mounting this series of FB Live events so we can continue to shed light on what the image consulting industry is. AICI, or the Association of Image Consultants International, is the premier source of image consultants worldwide. Image consultant members undergo training, certification, and make sure that they have continuing education units to ensure clients that we are always up to date with industry knowledge, trends, and forecasts worldwide. So tonight we have some of our members joining us for a fun chat. So allow me to introduce them one by one. We have Miss Ginny Villegas, AICI CIC. She's a certified image consultant by the Association of Image Consultants International and a certified corporate etiquette consultant by the Protocol School of Palm Beach. She is the founder of Flair Image Consultancy, and she currently serves as president of AICI Philippine Chapter. So please welcome Miss Ginny Villegas.
Hi,
Don't be
Ingrid.
shy.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Yeah.
And then we also have Miss Vanessa Valera-Peronilla. She's an image consultant, former flight attendant, and now an in-demand trainer for flight attendants. She handles personality development and offers career coaching. She's currently our secretary and VP for membership at AICI Philippines. She's the proprietor of Career Code Image Consultancy. So let's all welcome Miss Vanny Peronilla.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Next, we have, of course, our founding president of the AICI Philippine chapter. She is a fashion designer, a book author, and the first AICI certified image master in the Philippines. And of course, she is also the director of Reinvent You. Please join me in welcoming our very own Miss Delby Bragais.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Ingrid, Jeannie, and Vanny. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Last but not the least, joining us this evening is Miss Karen Ibasco. Before becoming an image consultant, we all know Karen as Miss Earth 2017. Her background is in physics. She finished applied physics major in instrumentation from UST, took up her master's in applied physics major in medical physics, and even went on to become an instructor at the UST College of Science and a medical physicist at St. Luke's Global City. So she's currently an ambassador for WWF-PH, a youth ambassador for the Climate Change Commission, and a host, a speaker, and of course, an image consultant. So please welcome Miss Karen Ibasco.
Hi everyone, good evening. Miss Ingrid, Miss Delby, Miss Ginny, and Miss Vanny.
So let's start the conversation this evening. So the world of image consultancy. Thank you for joining us for tonight's FB Live. How has your week been so far? It's the last day of April.
Well, I can say it was an eventful work from home with meetings, coaching sessions. Yeah, so at home, but excited.
My week, it was fun because I have more time to bother my husband who's working from home, who's working from home, and productive because I was able to create modules for younger batches. What I mean, students. Yeah. So productive and fun this week.
Yeah.
Hi, it was fabulous and very fulfilling. So that's related to coaching sessions and closing some speaking deals. So I'm very happy.
It was quite insightful. I had a lot of talks and I also had time to study more about image consulting, furthering my knowledge and learning about the topics.
Now, we talked about your profiles earlier, and like I said, you all have different backgrounds. So let's start tonight's conversation with how you got started as an image consultant. So tell us your story before image consulting. Let's start with Miss Ginny.
I have a background in fine arts. I'm a visual artist. I also studied philosophy in Rome, so that's my background. And then I got into an NGO for education. And in that NGO, became also a trainer in values and personality development. So that was my background before I shifted to image consulting. I'm so glad that in 2011, I bumped into a good friend who's here right now, Delby Bragais. And she told me that she just founded the AICI Philippine chapter, and she told me all about image consulting, about
Mhm.
the ABCs of image, the
Yes.
profitability of image, and all. So I was really so convinced, and shortly after that, I joined AICI and started a career as an image consultant. So that's the beginning.
How about Miss Vanny?
The baby of AICI. Okay, how did I start? Okay, so since 2002, all I know is to fly because I've been a flight attendant since then, so 2002. And then when I was looking for growth already, that was already 2010. So meaning I've been doing the same thing over and over, fly, take off, like that, landing. So 2010, I was looking for growth already. So I tried ground as an instructor. And then I had that intensive training for, I think, almost 2 weeks.
Mhm.
What I noticed during that time, I got particularly interested in one topic, and that is personality development.
Yeah.
So I said, maybe is there any course that I could be credible to teach personality development? So with other circumstances after that, so 2011, I went back flying.
Mhm.
And what I did was while flying, and I think I was studying masters at that time, I also took courses. And there I found a course that's image consulting course. So I took that online while flying because
Wow.
yeah, because I would like to be of course credible when I teach. So I
Mhm.
just prepared myself for the future. And then later on, while I was already Manila based, I met one of my college friends, and then she told me, "Hi, there's AICI."
Mhm.
So I didn't know there's also a group. At the same time, during that time, I was already invited to speak in some events and to speak in schools. So I said, there's a career in image consulting at the same time with my specialization, which is the airline industry. So I also meet Miss Ginny and Miss El and Ginny. So I'm here. So that's how it started.
It's
Okay.
also because of friendship.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I stayed because of friendship.
Yes.
How about Karen?
Wow, my background is quite different from everybody. Well, I started honestly, I am from the science field. So
Mhm.
practically every one of us really has a different background. But
True.
on my end, I really focused first on pursuing my field in physics. And then when I graduated my master's, the first job that I took was teaching. I became a college instructor.
Mhm.
And there I've learned that I do love teaching. So it's a path that I wanted to take in the future. And then opportunities just opened up for me. I furthered my practice in the hospital as a medical physicist, and then I took a leap of faith in bringing my field to the limelight by joining Miss Earth.
Wow.
And true enough, I'm very, very grateful that I won the national and I was able to bring the Philippines in the international stage and to bring pride to my country. And that experience really brought me to greater heights and to connect me to a greater network. And
Mhm.
this is an opportunity in which I can't just throw it out in the window. So I want to maximize all the opportunities I'm having. And I always get invited with speaking engagements. So it's like teaching, but you always have different audiences in front of you. So I wanted to widen the topics that I talk about. And then in one of my events, I got to meet one respected speaker in the Philippines, and he was the one who connected me to AICI Philippines. And ever
I
since then,
remember.
yes, I saw Miss Delby during the first image hub. And then, when I heard the speakers, I was like, I'm very, very interested in what they're talking about, because it's something that I can really ground myself, because I can be credible in speaking about these things, because I had a great experience locally and internationally. And I love studying. So I enrolled in courses. They told me what to do. And I'm very much interested to know more. And definitely, are actually topics that I want to talk about and to tackle in helping other people. So I do talks for students. I do talks for corporate events as well. So I'm furthering my studies, and then I'm learning more from the image consultants here, definitely. But it's a career I'm looking forward to growing more.
Thank you very much, Karen. And of course, we would like to hear from our CIM, Miss Delby.
The truth of the matter is, I started as the accidental speaker. So I noticed that I would always be asked to speak, and guess what the topic was? Dress for success. And then later on, it became wardrobe management. And then later on, it became professional dressing, which morphed into professional presence, etc. So while this was going on, when I was starting, all of this was fingertip knowledge. If you talk about, if you will ask me to talk about dress for success, okay, let's do it now. I mean, because of my background in fashion, that came very naturally to me. But it's sort of like got more and more often. And, it would also end up something like I was the speaker of last resort. What do I mean by this? I would get SOS, help, help, Delby, the speaker for this suddenly has to leave for abroad, whatever. So can you please help? Or so the first time it was like mostly to help friends, but as time went on and the demands were building up, there was more like more and more invitations than I can handle. And remember, I was also working as a fashion designer with a boutique and all of the business overhead that goes with it. So the demands were getting more and more. And I was wondering, can I keep this up as a free and unpaid venture? And I was thinking, wait a minute, how come there are other speakers that are paid? Like, so I was thinking along the lines of there's already coming to be an opportunity cost on my head. So I later on transitioned to a path towards monetizing my passion and my expertise. And that's where I am right now.
Okay, we were just talking about our different backgrounds, but now I'd like to direct a question to Miss Delby. Since you're the founding president of the AICI Philippines, what was it like when you started image consulting here in the Philippines?
Well, it's a lot different before and now. Actually, what you said earlier sort of like gives an inkling about image consultancy before. So at that time, there was no opportunity for education from global sources. So each person who would like to embark in this journey, in this career, had to really do it by themselves, make all the research, try to make all of the connections, connect all the dots, etc. There was no support. There was really no backbone to really start a sustainable career that could really help solve problems of others. So when we brought AICI here, that was me and other founding members like Abigail Arenas de Leon, like Karen Agustin, and Julia Robillos, Miss Dinah Loomis. The objective was really to bring global standards for image consultants here, to professionalize the industry and to make certification and global levels of education available to Filipinos. So that was the objective. And 10 years hence, I'm so happy to say that I have seen growth in terms of career, in terms of monetization, and in terms of opportunities for education and certification of Filipinos.
So yeah, so it's grown so much. So back then you
Yes.
were probably thinking, how do I do this? We're just
Y-
starting. And I had
Yes.
that hope that, it would grow and the interest would just.
And I think the most important there is that you have a group of people that support you, and like I always use this hashtag of stronger together, because there is a saying, if you want to go fast, go by yourself, but if you want to go far, go with others.
Mhm. And now, Ginny, your
Yes.
background is in visual arts. Can you
Yeah.
tell us about how image consultancy complemented your background and knowledge? What is it about image consultancy that really sparked your interest, apart from you were convinced by your friend and Delby?
I have always been artistically inclined, no? Like when I was young, I loved drawing, I loved color art, and also I had an interest in fashion, no?
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. And with that, I ventured into uh, fine arts. I actually wanted to take fashion design abroad because at that time there were no schools here. Um, I mean, for that kind of course in college, and but God had other plans for me, I think. So I ended up in NGO work, and then as I told you earlier, I got into trainee, right? Values education, personality development, and to top it all, I formed a foundation with like-minded friends. It was called the Flair Foundation, and our objective was to empower women in particular to be intelligent consumers of fashion
Mm-hmm.
and to dress up according to their dignity. Now, so I already wanted to get into fashion, quote unquote, even without being in the manufacturing side, but rather to work with the consumers, like to help or developing their style and all. So I can say that is exactly what an image consultant does,
Mm-hmm.
right? It is one of the things that image consultant does. And when I learned about this particular kind of field, which is not yet developed in the Philippines, then that it's already a big industry in the US and in other countries, and then here comes AICI, then I was really convinced this is my career path. Now I can merge all my interests and my
Mm-hmm.
passion into um, into my career. And I can even, as Delby said, monetize it, right? It's not just going to be a hobby, but
Mm-hmm.
it can be also my bread and butter. So I said, this is great. I really want this kind of profession, and I want to help people in this area of growth, of development, of image. And of course, with image comes self development. And that's important because your outer image is really a projection of your persona, of your
Mm-hmm.
private image. So you project it publicly. So there should be a match with how you are perceived by others, with who you really are. And of course, if you want to enhance your image, you also have to have an inner blossoming or improvement.
Thank you so much, Jenny. Now, I have a question for Vanny. So, your flight attendant career is a dream for many ladies and gents, and you've been exposed to this one, of course, as a career as well. You've worked for this for many years, and then you found out about image consultancy. What what was it that attracted you, made you, parang what value did you see in adding this to your being a flight attendant and trainer?
Thank you for that question. Looks like Miss Universe. I want to feel like Miss Earth, Miss Karen here. All right. So, yes, ever since I just know how to fly, right? So, okay. So, first of all, I would like to thank God for that opportunity, because not everyone will has been given a chance to
Mhm.
hold an office 36,000 feet off the ground, right? So I was able to travel the world. At the same time, I was able to know other cultures. So what made me attracted to image consulting is that it's the I just found out that the aviation industry and image consulting can meet together
Mhm.
to make it more professionalized, I guess. So
Mhm.
because, like, let's say I'll just talk about being a flight attendant. We were trained how to speak, of course, to announce. We were trained on how to enhance ourselves. But then, as we all know, that your personality is not, or personality development is just not about image. It's not just about how you speak, right? So we also have that behavior, our ABCs.
Mhm.
So that's what I realized, that if you want to really be professional, you must also know how to behave well. So
Mhm.
manners will be there. All right.
Mhm.
So,
That's
and your communication skills should be enhanced. So I just realized that, oh yeah, if you really want to professionalize, and if you really want to be the best of who you are, yeah, so it should merge your profession, at the same time being the best of who you are. So maximize whatever you have, your resources.
Mhm.
So I guess that's what really made me be interested in image consulting. So I said I would like to teach this to aspiring flight attendants, not only to beautify themselves,
Mhm.
smile, and do the
Yes.
job, but of course have that good manners also, have that good communication skills. At the same time, especially now, you should also know how to handle your um, social media,
Right.
since they know that you're a flight attendant, and your social media also should be like who you are, what you want to present. So
Yes.
that's it. Thank you for the question, Miss Ingrid.
So Vani, it was like more of, you saw that connection with the import. It's not just, yeah, like on the outside. It's more the connection of what you do. Like you have
Mhm.
purpose, and then it also translates on the
Mhm.
outside.
Yes, yes.
No. Okay. And now for our Miss Earth 2017, Karen Ibasco. When I first met Karen in one of our member gatherings, I was so in awe of her background in physics and the fact that she also was a physicist and a
Mhm.
college instructor. So how were you able to marry your background in science with image consultancy?
That's a great question. Well, my journey is a bit long, but what happened was I really took my field in a platform such as Miss Earth by combining it with science, or rather physics, with environmental sciences, because they're different. They're both different with each other. So what I did was I took physics, did in layman's term, use Miss Earth as my platform to combine advocacies. So I really started with renewable energy. I
Mm.
started doing that because physics really deals a lot with energy. And when I was given a chance to win internationally, I've seen how image is important, how we present ourselves, how we behave, because no organization will ever want someone to win and who cannot learn how to speak to people and who are actually not good in mingling with people. So
Yes.
I didn't know that
Mm.
at that time. I was already doing the ABCs of image consulting. And then no one will ever win who doesn't know how to communicate. So it's something that we learned. I didn't know at that time. I was already practicing it, even in my field in teaching, even
Mm-hmm.
in my field in the hospital. Appearance, behavior, and communication is applicable in all fields. It's not just applicable in pageantry. It just
Yes.
magnified for me during that season of my life. And it really opened my eyes. Wow, this is a career I can really do. I love teaching. At the same time, I was able to have a background, and I've seen how this kind of profession would really help people in the academy, people who are in the hospital, or whatever field you're in. And then it's so perfect when I won Miss Earth, the brand was there for me. So I really focus on sustainability. So even until now, I further my studies, I do talks, I have NGOs with sustainability, and I got connected with the United Nations. So it's something I don't want to throw out in the window. And I was thinking, what is so perfect for me that I can connect image consulting with sustainability? And I've learned that you actually can. So combining my science field with this one, I even took textile technology before, after I took my master's, and I've learned that there's so much science in fashion as well. So I've learned how to marry together. Now I'm focusing more on sustainability. It's a sustainable image that you can show to people. It's sustainability in a way that the fashion industry is the second biggest polluter in the whole world. And I've learned that learning how to embrace sustainability when it comes to the fashion field is something I can bring into image consulting. So it's so perfect with being Miss Earth, having the image of already applying appearance, behavior, and communication, and then combining sustainability with it. I've seen that that is the brand I want to pursue in the future.
I have another question for Delby. I bet one of the most common questions you get asked is, what's the difference between a fashion designer, a stylist, and an image consultant?
Okay, so bottom line, a fashion designer, I believe, was the original stylist. If you study the history of fashion a long, long time ago, there was no such thing as a stylist before. It was the fashion designer that would dress women and men, that would more or less herald the fashion of the times, and that included everything from head to toe, the hair pieces,
Mhm.
the hats or whatever, ribbons or whatever, including corsets and everything under, over, etc., what the trends were going to be and the styles women would use. And then stylists came into play, and I think between a stylist and an image consultant, that's where more of the confusion is. I mean, compared to like the fashion designer really creates designs and creates clothing depending on their business model. It could be one to one, like those that have custom made clothing as their main source of fashion designing, or you could be making for seasons, and or a fashion designer working for a company, which means you have to design collections depending on the season, etc. Now for a stylist and an image consultant, there are overlaps. However, I believe the main difference there is when you get a stylist, usually people who get stylists are either they're celebrities or they're walking the red carpet, they need help. Hence Zoe. Remember, do you remember that time? Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then there are personal clientele. So these are people who would have big events and need help of a stylist, somebody who would put a look together, or there would be photo shoots, brands that need stylists for promoting their products or services, or magazines. So
Mm-hmm.
stylists usually help them. Image consultants, the breadth of services is usually larger. It goes beyond
Mm-hmm.
appearance. It goes beyond wardrobe or dressing.
Mm-hmm.
So here you have a wide range of services depending on what the focus that this practicing image consultant wants, because we do have people that only specialize in appearance, but we do have those that specialize in etiquette,
Mm-hmm.
both for business etiquette, social graces, what Vanny was talking about, manners, protocol, cultural diversity. We have those image consultants. We also have those that specialize in different types of communication, both verbal and non-verbal. So you have body language experts, etc. And we also have those that specialize in digital presence, so that social media, etc. So the range is wider. And the other thing is, in terms of depth, if you will ask a stylist, usually the stylist will work with a client for shorter periods of time, talk about trends, and create a look for you, perhaps recommend makeup and hair and accessories and footwear, etc. But like I said, the focus is very much on appearance. When you get the image consultant, usually it's for when you want to be the one to purchase your clothing. The image consultant can tell you why this type of fabric or this type of cut is going to be the most flattering for you, or why this kind of color will flatter your natural assets better compared to another color. So you as a client will have an easier time when you go shopping, or you're going to save money because you won't purchase things that really does nothing for you. And then there also is the subject of corporate clients. One of the most lucrative sources of income for image consultants, because we do have a lot of image consultants that create courses for corporations, speak for corporations, or do consultancy for corporations. And this one can run the gamut of professional dressing, executive presence. We're talking about ambassador programs, or people helping them sell their products and services. Because what's true is, you really cannot sell anything to anyone unless you sell yourself first. So image consultants usually can help people take them from where they are to where they want to be, um, in terms of the know, like, and trust factor, helping them sell themselves first, and consequently sell their products or services.
Now, we mentioned earlier, being an image consultant is not just something you get into one day and then you just watch random YouTube videos and then you suddenly call yourself an image consultant. So, Ginny and Delby, since you've been in the profession longer than us in this meeting, can you share with us your image consultancy journey? So, what does it take for one to become an image consultant? Because we talked about training and then we also touched on certification. So, let's start with Ginny.
I think it's very important to join a professional association of image consultants. That's the first step. AICI is not the only association of image consultants. There are others, but it is the only association that certifies image consultants, and it is one of the most prestigious in the world. Therefore, if you have this professional association, that's where your growth can take place. First, with your education as an image consultant, because as we said, it's not just a title that you put under your name. You also have to prepare for it, just like any profession you train for when you go to college, when you take postgraduate studies, etc. So the same thing with image consulting. In fact, abroad, like in Mexico, it can already be taken in the university. There are some universities that offer a course on image consulting. So you can have a career as an image consultant in the university. But since that is not yet the general trend, at least we have professional associations that can assure that we are competent in our field, that we meet global standards when it comes to helping people with the ABC, ABCs of image. I would like to add D, because now, especially with the pandemic, and we're now also in the digital age, digital presence is very essential when it comes to image projection. There. Now, so first, membership and education. There are many schools and institutions that are endorsed, by AICI as um, as training grounds, where you can get your education as an image consultant. Me in particular, I studied at the International Institute of Image. That's one. Under Karen Branger, AICI CIP. And then when you have the needed units for your basic education as an image consultant, then you can work on your certification. Now, I would like to say that my certification is that of Certified Image Consultant, which is the first level, wherein you have to prepare by preparing a professional portfolio about your career, and then taking also an exam. Now, if you pass that, then you can be certified by the Association of Image Consultants as a certified image consultant. So what are required, for example, in the first level certification? Well, of course, that you take, because there are points in the certification, that you comply with those points. For example, the number of points for a course on image consultancy, a business course, for example, and then your professional business example, like how you market yourself, your website, your materials used for your business, and then your engagement with your clients, and the testimonies or evaluations that you receive from your clients. And part of that would be your involvement in AICI. There are points, for being active in committees, and also in the board, uh, serving the association as a board member of the local chapter or later in the international chapter. Before being elected as president of this chapter, I also served other positions like VP communication and VP membership. And it was really a good preparation to later on uh, lead the organization during this pandemic. Well, that is the truth of the matter.
True.
Thank you, Miss Ginny. So yeah, a lot to absorb, no? So if for those of you who are listening to us, so see, this is really a profession that you invest in, and when you get into it, it's not like, okay, you really have to make sure that this is something that you want to do, and you commit to the training, yeah, commit to the portfolio. So yeah, it doesn't, it's not something that's just overnight. And I'm sure Miss Delby would be able to tell us more about that, because from CIC, that certified image consultant, there's certified image professional, and now CIM. Can you tell us more about that whole journey from CIC to CIM?
Let me start by making a clarification about the two different types of certification, just to make sure that we're all on the same page.
Okay.
The first type of certification is usually something that you get as a result of participating or paying for a course. So if I join a specific type of course and I pass all the requirements for that specific course, I get certified by that course provider.
Mm-hmm.
The second type of certification is given for credentialing and for achievement. And the second type of certification is usually the one that's given by AICI, because what's true is AICI has service providers or different institutions that can help our image consultants, up level their education. And for each successful up leveling and compliance of all the requirements, they get their certificates. But the certification that Ginny was talking about is the one that is granted by the association. So this is a globally recognized certificate, and you will have to pass, like she was telling you guys, you will have to pass an exam, and you will have to submit a portfolio that is for the first level of certification. The second level of certification, which is the CIP, Certified Image Professional, requires a lot of peer reviews. It requires documentation of services to clients. So those are corporate clients if you're a corporate image consultant, or individual clients. In my case, I had a mix of both because I did have corporate clients and individual clients. Aside from that, there will also have to be documentation of validation by your peers. So there are evaluations, etc., required. So for each level that you go up, it becomes more and more challenging. But you see, you grow so much. I will have to say this: you grow so much, and it helps you also focus, because what's true is when you reach CIM, the assumption there is you have more or less established a specific type of brand, and you have had experience in the industry. And of course, this also means that when you apply for that, there will have to be um, peer reviews again. So aside from proof, so there's a lot of proof and a lot of documentation involved. Now you might say, wait a minute, this is kind of like, isn't that a little bit too much? But what do you get in return for all of these challenges that you have to face in your journey towards certification? Number one, once you reach a certain level and you get it, as long as you do not lapse your certification, you have it for the rest of your life. And then you have the opportunity to attach that to your name, especially in official functions, or if you plan to do corporate work. If you plan to do corporate work, it can matter to the corporation that you will be offering your services to. Or perhaps if you plan to work on the global landscape, then it will matter, and depending on the client. So number one, once you have it for life. But we do have requirements in terms of retaining certification. So you need 2.4 CEUs for every 3 years, and that's something that all certified image consultants comply with globally if you want to retain your certification. The second thing is, it validates you in front of your peers and in front of potential clients. So like I said, for me personally, it helped me, especially with corporate clients. It also is a differentiator so in terms of branding. If you're building your brand, it helps differentiate you. So what I'm saying is it for everybody? No, because some people might not need it. But in my case, it has helped me tremendously. It has helped me attract my ideal clients. It has helped me monetize. And it has also helped me have heartwarming experiences of when other image consultants meet you. It's a different feeling, and perhaps Karen can feel the same way. Because you're Filipino, it means something. So every time I go out there, every time I'm invited to speak in another country, if I'm running a course and it's a global audience, I never forget my roots. And as a matter of fact, one of my rituals that I do is I usually wear something that I designed. I wear something that has a touch of Filipino. It reminds me of my roots, and it keeps me strong. So it honestly, it makes me feel like I'm carrying my heritage with me. So it's an opportunity also.
And now for Vanny and Karen, I know a lot of people think that image consultancy is all, it's all glamour and external image. Can you tell us, based on your training and experience, the importance of one's core and beliefs in relation to image consultancy? Let's start with Vanny.
So let me make it a little bit simpler so you can understand. So let's take, for example, the beauty of Mayon volcano. Okay, so for
Mhm.
example, everyone sees the majestic beauty of Mayon volcano, but nobody knows yet that how long does it take for that person or for Mayon volcano to become that majestic and beautiful, right? So what I mean here is that it's not all glamour and beauty. Let's see what's inside. So hundreds and hundreds of years, Mayon volcano built itself to become the most beautiful volcano, right, in the Philippines, or maybe it's already acknowledged in the world. So what matters actually is the core or the soft skills that we have, that we need to develop. And then, so
Mhm.
that's what I'm talking about. That's the one inside the volcano that you have been developing before you can really become that majestic one. So normally people just see the glamour, the
Mm.
beauty, but how to become that perfect cone, it it takes years. So meaning you have to really train yourself. You have to learn all the soft skills to have that good personality also, and your manners also. So it's to become one. So do you get what I mean? So I'm
Yeah.
just trying to make it
Yes,
simpler. So
simple.
so that's what I think is important to meet these soft skills, the glamour and the beauty.
Okay, okay.
Okay. For me, I understand that values are very important. Beauty is not just the end goal. We need to understand it's a means of the things that you can do. So understanding your worth is very important. I can truly say this because I have witnessed so many people. They're beautiful and they are very credible with their position, but they are the people who really can't bring out the full potential in themselves to grab that job that they've always wanted because they can't
Mhm.
speak. They don't know etiquette. They don't know the values. They don't know the soft skills. So understanding the hard skills, of course, is important because it's never going to land you in a job if you don't know the hard skills. But soft skills are the things that will help you bring your full potential in the things that you want. So I've met a lot of people that are truly at the top of their games, but they're not confident enough to really grab the opportunities. They don't know how to speak. They don't know how to mingle with the CEOs because they're
Mhm.
afraid. They're not confident in what they're called for. And I believe that being an image consultant, that's our calling to help our clients to bring out their full potential, understanding their values,
Mhm.
understanding their worth. You already have your hard skills. That's great. And now it's time for us to teach you the soft skills to bring out the best of you. So we're already at the top of our games as well. So we're going to help you in that area. Because I've seen a lot of people that never went and grabbed their full potential because they never learned how to develop self-confidence. It always pulls them back. It pulls them back to their full potential in their fields of study, either that's medicine, that's law, or whatever field you're in the corporate. I've always heard, and I've always heard clients ask of me, do you do this kind of courses? Can you really help us how to speak? And I guess I've experienced that in different fields as well, and especially in joining the competition. It's like you will never win just by being pretty. You will never get the crown because you don't know how to speak, you don't know how to mingle with people, and you don't know how to be one with your organization. It's a combination of everything to bring out your full potential. To win the crown or to win the things that you want in life, you need all of it. That's
Mhm.
why when you go to AICI, it really teaches your appearance, your behavior, and your communication as one, not independently, and your digital presence. Now, it's something that you cannot just pick out of the four. It's something that you need to know as a whole if you really want yourself to be the things that you were called for. And I believe that it's one thing that I do now. And I've had the experience and I want to help other people. That's why I'm here.
Thank you so much, Karen. And now, last question for everybody. Can you just tell us what you love to do for your clients? What is it that you truly enjoy? What gives you fulfillment as image consultants? Let's start with Ginny.
I think it is empowering and inspiring them to be a better version of themselves because what we transmit are skills, as my colleagues have mentioned, soft skills. Image skills are soft skills, right? To bring out the best in them. That core that Vanny and Karen spoke about is really the inner beauty,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you cannot fake it until you make it. You have to project your true self. That's what I believe in. And of course, if you want to improve your image, you improve your inner self. So it's really an inner projection of who you really are. No? And that's where your confidence will lie. That
Mhm.
you are happy with yourself, no, with your capabilities, with your talents, and you want to express them to others, right? That's how your confidence will develop,
Mm-hmm.
and the skills that we teach will enable the client rather to do it,
Mm-hmm.
to speak the best way you can or the best way and to behave, with a lot of professionalism and ease and at the same time to dress your part. My mentor in image, Karen Branger, says that clothing is an attitude. That means like clothing, no? Like your choice of clothes should be according to your style. But the one that should stand out is you, not your clothing.
Mm.
And that is how an image consultant can help the client.
Okay, so what I realized, flying is really my passion, but teaching is my purpose. So that's what I realized. So, what I really enjoy doing is that providing the skills needed to become a professional flight attendant, and that means that it's just not only your personality but also the professional side of it. So being a flight attendant is really hard. It takes lots of determination. You have to study well. We're not only chicken, beef, and fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lot more. We have different roles in the aircraft. So so providing them with all these skills, no, so aside from that image enhancement side, okay, I would like to be I enjoy actually giving them all and providing them the skills that they really need, so at the same time inspire them. So I saw in the eyes of those flight attendants who really would like to become one soon, the aspirants, I can see it in their eyes that they really want the job, and it's like you know what I can see in their eyes, like, how can I be like her?
Mm.
So I noticed that, I said, wow, and they also encouraged me to do more in the job. So basically, so those two, I enjoy providing them with the skills needed to become professional, and at the same time to inspire them to be more determined to get that goal.
Okay, I think they already touched on this, so I'm gonna make it short. I believe every one of us is really about empowerment, and I would really choose more than motivation. I really choose the word inspiration because inspiration produces transformation in your clients. If that really helped you, it's something that you have to learn how to teach to other people because transformation changes a person for
Mm-hmm.
help for them to really get their or to really help them to be in their full potential. And that's it. It's more on inspiring them for them to have a transformation and helping them in their journey.
I would always say that we all have purpose. And here I found my purpose. So let me just say that there are three things that I celebrate in this journey. in this career that has opened so much opportunities for me, both personally and business-wise. Purpose, passion, and prosperity. Passion, it allowed me to celebrate passion and to help bring out the passion in some of my clients. And also, lastly, prosperity, because as we practice our craft, as we inspire others and take them to the next level, what are we doing to executives? What are we doing to corporate people? What are we doing to professionals? We are actually helping them future proof their career. We are helping them attract opportunities. What are we doing for entrepreneurs? Same, more opportunities. But those are only two of the types of people that image consultants can help. There are so many people that we can help. And I think being able to celebrate our purpose, our passion, and help bring them to prosperity through all of these skills is really an act of gratitude for everything that, you know, we have been so blessed to have. So purpose, passion, and prosperity.
Thank you very much, Miss Delby, Karen, Miss Vanny, and Miss Ginny. Thank you so much for your insights and for our chat tonight. No, so I don't think we would have time for the questions. We will do that for our next FB Live. Thank you to everybody who tuned in and caught us for our very first Facebook Live here on the AICI PH Facebook page. Now, I'd like to turn you over to our AICI President, Miss Ginny Villegas, for the closing remarks, and also she'll invite you, of course, to join AICI Philippines. Miss Ginny?
Yes. Thank you so much, Ingrid, for hosting this event tonight. Yes, and to my co-panelists, Delby, Karen, and Vanny, thank you so much for your inputs and your insights and your inspiration. And this is just our first FB Live in celebration of our 10th anniversary, AICI Philippine Chapter's 10th anniversary. So we're growing strong at 10, and we have many more events in store for you. So uh, I hope you visit our page um, often and discover many things, no? Many insights, educational materials that can help you with your career. And if you want to get to know more about AICI, please message us and we will be most willing to assist you and to guide you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Miss Ginny. Thank you, Vanny, Karen, Delby, everybody. Thank you to our viewers for staying with us. And yes, we do hope to see you again next month for another AICI PH FB Live. Thank you for joining. Good night and God bless. Bye.
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 Bye.